Hey, good evening. Let's see. Don't mind me while I play with my screen here. And then mute myself. I don't like listening to myself. Hi, guys. It's the evening before St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Dwayne. Oh, let's see. By my vision is bad. P.T. Lowry, hello. Nice to meet you, and welcome to my stream. My real name is Carol. I'm not just the muse. And I've been painting for about, 20 years. I'm old. Let's face it, I'm old. I love to share the hobby with people. Couple things. If you are a painter and you have stuff you want to share, please, I'm link friendly. Share your work on most social media. I have a Discord too that you can go and you can share your work in there, or just talk about gaming or whatever. Just like here, you can talk about whatever. Of course, you have questions, let me know. There's more people. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sayarnis. Everyone who's got a subscription, you should make sure your beer mugs are out. And hello, Dwayne. Make sure the beer mugs are on. Because, it is a tavern. It is the night before St. Patrick's Day. And drinking is kind of part of the whole thing. I know, I keep thinking I should stream tomorrow, but I can't. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but it'll be in D&D and it'll be on MHOMO Inc., where I will probably be losing more sanity points. So, that's it. So, last time I made great progress on good old Finn here. I painted up all the clothes. So now I'm to the accessories, to the beer mug and the pot with the gold. It's gotta be gold after all. Oh my god, I know the feeling. I have a channel point reward though, although you're new here, so you probably don't have enough points. But I do have a reward where I'll take shots of rum. I don't have any good Irish whiskey. Sorry, I don't do that. Rum is the only thing I like. So I'm gonna start with the beer mug, speaking of which. And I'm thinking for him, I want to do it. I've seen it. It's wood with some metallic binding on it. Oh, it's right. I did non-metal metallics. I'm so glad you said. I'm so glad you did. Hey, this is it. This is a virtual tavern. It's the Painted Hero Tavern. So I got my brand new exemplar. Yeah, I switch. So here's my new web palette. One thing I noticed, so I actually set it up yesterday, but I didn't have anything to try it on. I love it. The paper that's on it is a lot more like butcher paper, parchment paper. I really, really like it. And a couple of the other things, I wasn't sure what they were when I opened up the box. There was a little piece of copper. It was a piece of copper foil that you put in the bottom of this. It helps prevent mold growth, because copper will do that. And in fact, put pennies. You can put pennies if there's enough copper content in there. And there was also a little plastic piece, and that was actually a squeegee circuit. I don't really need it. I can just flatten this out with my fingers. You don't need the squeegee, but they gave you one. It's a really neat little wet palette, and there's a well palette that comes with it too. So I'm actually going to use this tonight. And I'm going to start with mixing color. So one thing is, I do like wood that's a bit on the reddish side. So I'm going to try a little something. I'm going to try a little bit of wood stain brown. I'm going to mix a little bit of this reddish Hellborn red in with it. Oh, I gotta move this over. There we go. Let's see if I can get the paint on stream. There we go. Good. Also, I'm really happy to see that my thing is not lagging tonight. So that's a bonus. So I'm going to try this. Ooh, I like it. Oh, the other thing I noticed too about this wet palette is I filled it up with water and such. and I put the cover on it. When it was, if I had it to the normal. First, you fill it with water. Like you put the sponge in it, fill it with water. Then you put the paper on, and the paper kind of rolls up, so you got to kind of smoosh it out. And then you empty out most of the water, and you just leave a little in there. And so I did that, and then I put the cover on, and I took it right into my bathroom, of course, because if it didn't work, well, then it would be bad. Went into my bathroom and turned it upside down. And sideways, because that's where the water would come out. And lo and behold, the water did not come out. So I'm hoping that's the case. So how are you tonight, Dwayne? And hello, chat, to the rest of chat, because I do see there's some of you out there being fairly quiet, which is fine. I love lurkers. Let's see, while I figure out what brush I want to use. Maybe I'll use that new brush. I also got a brush with it, which I didn't even order. But thanks to them, I guess they gave me it as a thank you for being patient gift. And I'm just going to paint. I'm even going to catch... I'm not going to care too much. I'm going to catch things that aren't going to necessarily have this color, but I don't care. Why? Because I'm going to paint over them after. Then I'll care more. As I said, I wanted my wood a little more on the redder side because it'll go lovely with the green. Red and green are complementary colors after all. We want Irish, though, not Christmas. Looking at reference pictures of glaciers. Oh, let's see what we got. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're good, Dwayne. Oh, and if you're doing any painting, let me know. And, of course, don't forget, post any work you get out on that my Discord, or if you got links, if you post it on social media. Love to see it. And it says, oh, let's see. I'm going to call you PT, because I think that's probably, it's PT Larry. Looking references of glaciers for these ice golem, dude. A good Wednesday, though. Oh, that sounds cool. By the way, do you have stuff on social media? And I'm glad to see you are a painter. A lot of white and blue, and be lovely colors to paint a glacier dude. Or an ice golem. We'll call him the glacier dude. I love this mini. By the way, I'm also a huge freaking Reaper fan. There's a reason why I do so many Reaper. I went to ReaperCon this year. It was amazing. Everything I ever wanted, being a commission mini painter. That's one way to improve. Go to ReaperCon, you will up your game. The classes were great. So just picture terrible. Oh, come on. You know what? We all... What do you mean you're learning to be terrible? You know what? Listen. We all had to start somewhere. If you think my minis look this good 20 years ago, okay, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to remember to grab my mini from the basement. I showed it once, I think, a long time ago, but... But yeah, I mean, my first mini. Okay, I was bored. I used to do ceramics. Not learning, accepting Jarvis, and not thinking pure magic will flow from the breath. Well, I mean, I hope you're striving to improve, and or whatever makes you happy. Painting, really, first and foremost, to me, it's a zen thing to do, and it's relax. It should be relaxing. It should be fun. I've joked many a time on the stream and outside of here that I think painting is God, I haven't even started drinking yet. I've got a channel point reward where I take a shot from my shot glass. So if I do that, my brain will go. But basically, oh shit, I'm old too, so I go senile and I forget trains of thought. But it was about being terrible. The first me I ever did. So basically, I came back from ceramics. I was bored one Saturday afternoon. This was a long time ago. And like I said, like 20 plus years ago. I keep saying I'm paying about 20 years, but who in the hell knows? And I didn't even prime it. It was a metal mini. It was a Reaper mini. I bought it of a character I was playing and took some cheapy craft paints. By the way, I still, to this day, to let people try the hobby, I still get cheapy craft paints. But they work, and I painted the mini with no primer. I did kind of wonder why, I knew why the paint kept rubbing off. I just didn't think of primer. I knew I was rubbing it off, and I was just going to deal with it. Oddly enough, is my husband burning something? I smell food. Oddly enough, that mini is still in one piece. So, go figure. The paint is still on it. But someday I'll show you. And definitely, my work was not this good. Ow! It is. It is the Crimson. Oh, I need a pirate name for Crimson. Who always comes on and makes me wear my pirate hat. Yarr. Ooh. Happy day before St. Patrick's Day, Crimson. And we have a new person here, so I'm going to see if I can cram him down. All right, so that looks painted. It said, I know. Oh, wait, I wonder. You know what? I may have to trade this out. I got to see something on this that I'm not too sure. I will just temporarily look. I just need to see if that's what I think it is. Oh, I think the wig goes all the way up there. But yeah, I'd say definitely. By the way, no matter how new you are to painting, I do encourage share your work with people. I mean, anybody who tries this hobby. I mean, you paint. I mean, there are lots of tricks and things to make sure that it's not so bad to do this hobby. But let's face it, you are putting paint on a little tiny mini, which can be outrightly intimidating to people. And I admire, no matter where you are in your progress, I admire everybody's work. And it said, even if you're just having fun, that's all that really matters. Have fun. And yes, I said, I think what I was going to say before the train of thought got derailed was, I've said many a time that I haven't killed my coworkers yet because I paint on my breaks. See, look, that's not even that pretty on there, right? Because it's all messy because I went over the lines. That's the other thing you remember too. Everything can be fixed up. And I think that's one of the coolest things. Definitely have fun with it. That's why I'm at my local game store 2 or 3 times a week buying new paints. Watch out. Now, it's when you start buying new minis, when you have more than it can, when you already have a ton of minis and you keep buying more new minis. And I have a closet of shame. Or potential, depending on what you are. I think I might want to lighten it more. I'm actually going to put a lighter brown down. So, I know what I'm going to do. It's a really small, you get really small raised surface here on the mug. So, what I'm going to do because I don't have a lot of running in here. I'm going to go in this bag and find my brown wash. As Crimson Light say, it's one of the holy trinity of washes. Agrics Earthshade. I mostly use Reaper paints for my paints, but I use Games Workshop washes for my shades because they really are good. Where is my Agrinex? I found 2 of my 3 washes in this bag, and I can't find the... There it is. Actually, it's the last one I find. Closet of Shame! Lauren, holy crap! Happy St. Patrick's Day! Wow, we're getting to a point where this is a party. It's starting to feel like a party. So I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna take some basically Agrinex Earthshade, so I can work it into those little tiny. There's little tiny recesses here. So there's not a lot of room to work with. So the best bet is take the shading ink because it's so thin, it just goes into those little cracks. I am going off stream. By the way, of course, bad habits here. I tend to paint off stream. I try not to, but it happens more than I'd like. All right. So I'm just really painting around. I'm not doing so much the handle. So how are you, Laura? Have you been doing any paint? Been working on that nativity set, Lauren? Alright, so now I'm going to take and mix on my shiny new wet palette. Oh, I love this thing. A bit more of that reddish Hellborn red. What is it? Hellborn red with a lighter. I was going to go Shield Brown, which was the next one. I'm going Driftwood Brown, which is the lightest color in that trio. So when I take the paint, I will apply it to the brush and then I'll wipe some off. Wick some away, and then I'm going to go hit the highest areas. Ugh. This should be light enough. It's light. The nifty thing about mini painting too is that most things can be fixed. If you make mistakes. Good difference between a good painter and a great painter is just how many times you touch it up, really. So there's your trick, PT. And Lauren, and also thin your paints. I'm back to using a wet palette. I also have a wet palette that came with this, which makes it really cool because some paints don't work so well with a wet palette, like metallics don't work so great. So I'm just going around, so hitting all those little slats. Also, another good tip. For control's sake, keep your hands. My hands are actually really squanched together. They're touching. Oh yeah! Somebody's got something to share. I may know. Let's see. Let me go back. Been too much pain. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Yeah. I tell you what. Oh, I'm just really thankful right now that my shoulder issues do not interfere with my painting. That's all I'm gonna say, Laura. Let's see. And PT says I'm anal about details. I find out. Just keep adding and adding and adding. Of course, find a point where you want to stop. You got to stop at some point. You know when? You know how I've determined that. I've determined that my mini is done when it has paint on every surface. So let's see what Crimson is sharing with us tonight. Oh, I saw some space. I saw some Blood Raven Space Marines. Yeah, those are good. Very nice. Oh, and you even, I like you even tagged me. Probably did it. You just put this up. Very good. I like, you know what? I love this little shot of blue. That particular shade you use. That looks really nice with the color scheme. It does kind of draw your eye there. But I do really like that shade of blue. That's a nice blue. Just looking at I was looking at the colors of the missiles, I guess. I think those are like missiles. To see if you did them. I think they are slightly different. I know photography can be real funky too. Yeah, I'm actually been painting stuff like this on those dreadnoughts. But very nice, Kevin. Good job. All right, wait, Carol doesn't. I don't know how to do this. You know what? I should do this. Where's my sound effects? I can do. Doesn't cost me no bits, so we can. There we go. There's a round of applause. I should learn to do that more often, actually. They are orange. Yeah, that's what I say. I've thought that's the color for the Ninth Company, and it's Blood Ravens. The blue is the color for the Ninth Company. They're the orange in the missiles. But it's hard to tell with the lighting. Yeah, I was good. But photography can really do funky things to your minis. I often said that photography is not the optimal way to see a mini because when we look at them, we tend to play with them or they're sitting on a shelf or something and you're not looking real close up at it. You know, it's like an impressionistic painting. Oh, you got more? Oh, okay. So wait, I will just look and see what that color is. Oh, it's a Talasso blue. Oh, that is a neat color. I'd say, you know what? The one thing I don't knock from Games Workshop in terms of the paints, their colors. They have a big range of colors, and I do like their range of colors. But, unfortunately, there is that whole problem of in those crappy pots, and they dry out real easy. Which is annoying, to say the least. Yeah, I gotta get some paint. I gotta get some highlight on the top part of this. And I'm gonna lighten up the top part of the handle. So that's a little, now actually I want to go a step lighter, I think. Yep, I want to go a step lighter. Yeah, he's a contrast fanboy. Now, I like contrast paints. I'm not going to knock them for sure. However, I still find that they can be blotchy. So, especially if you're painting on a lot of flat areas. But otherwise, I do like them. I think they're good. I use them. They're a good time-saving device. Especially when I realized that there was a bit of a highlight in them too. I always thought it was just like your base coat shadow, but if you actually look, it leaves a little highlight on the edges as well. So if you're just like, I will definitely on anything I paint for a commission, I add another highlight. I go a little lighter. But if you're doing it for yourself and you're just, you're going to just use them to play games with, there's no reason why you can't just use a contrast paint and that's it. Alright, I was going to go lighter, so I'm actually going to take a little polished bone. I want something to lighten up that color. And I have no more browns in that triad. That was the lightest brown. They added some of that reddish tone too. I'm using my handle, the handle of my brush is what I'm actually using to stir the paint around. I do have a brush for that, but it's so big. Arr. I'm so, sorry, I don't have I wish I had a St. Patrick's Day hat to wear instead. But unfortunately I don't. So now with this lighter color, I'm going to look at this and try to figure out where the brightest lights are going to be. And I want to say probably a little bit on this side. So now I'm thinking of shading the piece as a whole rather than the individual slats. And I'm highlighting, not shading. I haven't even started drinking, but everyone's probably going to be afraid of all the points because I friggin' almost killed myself the other night after 2 shots. Or we just started later. But I did almost kill myself the other night. Walking to my room was interesting. I basically have my husband go down and get me some water because I didn't trust myself on my stairs. I think I'll hit that spot right there. One thing I was told to do, I learned at ReaperCon, was try to highlight, how do I put it? You do want to designate some areas of the biddy as darker area, like areas more in shadow, like the ones will be under the suds, and some of them more light. So like this area that's out there. So I'm going to highlight this more and leave the stuff that's more in shadow. Well, I'm going to leave it darker. I don't know why that simple truth didn't occur to me. But it didn't. The thing nifty base, which is that actually the Am Forrester, who's so awesome, taught me, was that in areas of shadow, the midtone is the highlight. In areas of where the lights hit it, the midtone is the shadow. I'm not doing that. I'm not really doing the midtone as a shadow on here. I want to keep that recess fairly dark. I'm just going to do with the highlights. Just want to lighten up a bit here. Also, thanks. Thank you, Pretzel Rocks, for putting on an Irish station for tonight, for this week. So, and maybe I'll add a little bit more of this bright highlight the edges here of my handle. Bring a little bit of the darker color back in towards the crease. There we go. All right, now this is these couple of bands going around it. And since I started doing it non-metal metallic, I'm gonna probably have to stick to that. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure if I want to do. Do I want to do copper or do I want to do... I think I'm going to do silver. Silver is easier. I do have the colors for a steel non-metal metallic. It came in the Christmas set, I think. Or it came with... No, I think it came in one of the Kickstarter things. Oh, these handy little paint storage things. And white. So this is what they use for their, basically their non-metal metallic. A lot of times though, I'll add another gray in there, I think. So it's carbon gray. Well, this isn't part of it. But you need a pure white. But they got carbon gray, runestone blue. 'Cause you want a little bluish tone to your silvers and anything, you know, silvers to steels and foggy gray. But I think I'm going to paint a color in between. Well, it's still kind of small, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stick with these colors. One of the keys to good non-metal metallics is to contrast. You want a lot of contrast. And you want it in fairly short distance. I'm getting the pokey stick. Because these paints oftentimes get clogged. They get clogged all the time. But the pokey stick resolves it very easily. You want to make sure, especially when you've got any kind of dropper bottles, you clear out those clogs because it's gonna. If you keep squishing it, it's gonna come out in a huge. Ugh. I do really like this wet palette. Yeah, I do like this wet palette, I have to say. Game Envy did good. So now I'm going to go in and... I'm saying it's got a metallic bottom to this. This is a small little ridge. This is a really small little ridge. And I don't really want to hit. Now I want to be neat. Because now it would be required touch-ups on the other colors. And I really don't want to do that. So, anybody out there got any good St. Patrick's Day plans? Because my plans are this. I think my hubby's gonna be cooking dinner. It's not gonna be corned beef. He bought pot roast. Which wet palette? It's a brand new. I'm not even sure if you can get it on their. I didn't see it on their site yet, but it's It's by Game Envy. And it's called, oh, I got it. This is, the cover is somewhat wet. The cover's still wet underneath. But it's the Exemplar. Ta-da! Let's see. Wait for it to pop up on my screen. There we go. Or if I can turn around here so it's right side up. So it's the Exemplar wet palette. It was a, oh look, there's the sticker. Yeah, I got stickers with this. So it's basically it was bought off Kickstarter. It also comes with, it said it's nifty. It comes with, so this is a squeegee. Or yeah, it's a squeegee. So that it can flatten the paper out, and it comes with this nifty little well palette, so you can use metallic paints and things don't work so well in that. And it came with the little extra pieces of, basically you put them in this section and then you wipe off your brush and you can dry it in there, and you can actually use this to hold your brushes. And it all fits right in the lid. And you can put brushes and stuff in that lid too. And the nice thing about it is I think it's fairly watertight. I said I tried it last night. I basically set this up last night and put the water in it, and it seemed to, went in the bathroom and tipped it sideways and the water stayed put. So I'm hoping it's transportable. So it's got two pluses that my other one did not have. And one of the pluses is if it's watertight. The other plus is the paper that came on it. This is much more like butcher paper or parchment paper. The Stay Wet ones, I don't know, they got some paper that they use. And I liked it because I didn't have anything else to use. Then when I tried actual parchment paper, I realized how much I liked it better. So this came out and it had both the wet palette and the well palette, and I'm like, all right, well, let's see if I like this better. So I had a lot of hopes for it, and it seems like it's everything I wanted. And this brush I'm using actually came with the Kickstarter too. But it said it's funny because I didn't actually order it, but I think they sent it because there were, like most Kickstarter, a lot of Kickstarters, there were delays in shipping it out. And you know what? I find that happens more times than not. I said, I do all the Reaper Kickstarters. Speaking of that, Mr. PT, if you are still here, you ever want to boost your collection, you ever want to start that collection of, for a Closet of Shame, Bone 6, March 31st. But it is a fantastic way to get minis cheap. Although it's not really, yeah, oh yeah, so although I'll admit, it is a bit of a hole it's a rabbit hole. It's a way to get minis cheap. However, when you buy all the sets, it's not so cheap. But when you're, when it's, the core sets, it was 120 and you have over 100 minis, so they're $1 a piece. You're saving over half of what you would spend on them individually. And I said railing, I was never ever going to paint all the minis that I ever got in that. So originally I was actually going to originally they were going in, some of them were going to go in my convention giveaways. And then most of the conventions all started ponying up the minis themselves. So I decided I really didn't want to give them away. And actually, the Reaper's already been showing off some of the stuff that they've showed off a couple things they're gonna do. I don't know if the dragon, like they've had dragons in their core sets. I want to get more. It doesn't look, still looks kind of brown. But they showed there's this really cool set of like little adventures and all the bases. You can use them separately, but their bases interlocked. So they become a scene of an adventuring party. Okay. So there's the base of that. I'm going to take... So yeah, that's... Especially, you know, it's a great way to build up your inventory of minis. The only thing is, I've done all 5, and I will do 6. And so I probably have about 2,000 unpainted minis. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Moonstone Blue. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some of the... I will actually use the big brush I have for mixing. I'm going to mix it with that color. And make kind of a bluish gray. As like my in-between color. Come on, mix. I want something in between. Because it's blue, it'll give it a slightly bluish tone. Oh, that looks lovely. Yeah, let me think. Alright, so I want to leave the sides going in underneath. I'm going to leave in this color. And going in. Going underneath the bubbles. I'm going to leave it dark. Plus, that's half the thing with non-metal metallics. You kind of want to have, darks and lights. I don't know why I did this to myself. I should have just done metallic paints. But metallic paints don't fog us. Hi, Bunny! How are you? Are you, I'm going to assume you are probably still super tired. And that job, they're running you ragged on that job. But I'm really glad you dropped by. I hope you can make the next painting date. Anybody who's in the New England area, or rather the Methuen, Massachusetts area, I run a monthly mini painting party, and the next one is going to be on March 27th, right after my challenge ends. So I also have a mini painting challenge, but there's only about 10 more days, so it's a little late to try. I mean, I suppose you could still do it for yourselves, but it's basically you get Baba Yaga from Reaper, and you paint that up, and then you send me pictures. I really do like this color. This is a good gray. And it's nice because it's got the blue in it. I might have to leave the gray just... I don't know, I have to figure out what to do at the bottom of it. But alright, I'm taking this off. Shh, don't tell Kevin. I'm pretty sure it's been... I don't keep track of time. I'm not very good at it. I'm glad, although I said I think it's a really cool job you got there, and you're doing a lot of good for people, Bunny. So for the bottom, let's see if I can get it on the side. Anything this small, it's just easier to use the side of your brush and just try to clip the edge. It's sort of like edge lining. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna take, I actually want to make a darker version because I want to put some on the bottom, but I don't want it to be, it's on the bottom. That's interesting. It's sort of, so I want it to be a little lighter in spots. Maybe I'll just work with that. Now let me go back to my color. It's a hard adjustment, but I'm sure you're doing great. As I said, you're the type that, at least it seems to me, you're a hard worker. So, and you don't give up. I think you're a pretty tough lady. I know you can do it. And as we both said, it's a stepping stone to something else. It'll help you build contacts and get your resources and stuff to get ahead. Well, you do. Well, that's why I'm friggin' telling you. You need to convince yourself. You will do fine. You just work hard. You know, just do what they tell you to do and work hard. That's all. And you'll make it. If you really hate it, then just bide your time and find another job. But it is said, it's a way you can build contacts and things like that too. I said, yeah. Well, hopefully everything will go well. Alright, so now I'm going to do a smaller area of just the, if I can get enough on my brush. I want to do a little bit of this. It's acting weird. Like the paint is bubbling below the actual tip. But yeah, tell yourself you can do this. I mean, have they given you any feedback and such? Wow, it's not coming off my brush. What the hell? Alright, I'm going to pick a different brush. Yeah, let's go with my little... Well, my new favorite. Unfortunately, brushes... I mean, these brushes, these sable ones last pretty well, but... So I'm going with a little bit of small area to make it lighter. Where the highlights are. Oh, she did? Well, that's fair. Tell her she can do it. I have faith, definitely have faith in her. I said if she hates it so much, then she should use that as motivation to get another job. I'm gonna go back in. Let's see if I can blend that in just a little bit. You want to blend, 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 blend. Well, that I kind of figured you did. Well, then why isn't she listening to you? You know what? Sometimes you can have the whole world telling you you're fantastic and all that, and she'll never believe it. It's just the way we are, unfortunately. Why did I do non-metal metallics? Oh, just shoot me now. I ask that myself every time I do this. Like, why do I do non-metal metallics? They take so long to do, and I have a deadline on this. Alright. The last thing I need to do is I want to hit it with a bit of pure white. Should always, when it was supposed to be a shiny metal thing, you should always end at white. And it should be a pure white. Not bluish or whatever. It should just be white, white. That's just going to be a little dot kind of in the middle. The biggest tricky thing I found about putting that white highlight in, that doesn't look too bad. But the trickiest part to me is, especially on something bigger, this is small. I see a little bit here, is that to me, if it's too stark a transition, it looks painted on. Stay in my ear, you silly earpiece. It looks painted on, and if you blend it in too much, it doesn't give that white pop. Pop. This is a smaller piece, so the other thing is when you tend to work with acrylics, and you're working with only small amounts, they tend to dry very fast. So I'm going back here, I'm going to blend this a little. I actually put this color in. The nice thing about wet palette is I can go back to some of my previous colors. I gotta go back to white. It's a little better than I used to. God, it took me forever to do. No metal metallics, so I play with the stupid white highlight over and over and over again. Yeah. Okay, now I got beer bubbles. Oh, pizza, Kyle. What? What? Is that what came up for the add-on? My thing was for nacho. Oh God, for the nacho fries. We had Taco Bell, KFC, same, two different restaurants in one place. I have the KFC. He has the Taco Bell, and he had nacho fries. They're actually really good. So I don't blame you if you're running out to get them. Okay, now I get the the beer bubbles. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at them. So my favorite thing is to go to Google Images for inspiration. Be it looking at the minis to see how they're painted, because sometimes it's hard to pick up what's in the sculpt, so having a picture of it is helpful. This one's actually pretty good. Or for inspiration, beer foam. How about beer foam? Oh, what it looks like. Interesting. It's just basically white foam. I was hoping that maybe there'd be a little bit, I may say screw it and add a little bit of the beer color to, oh, there we go. I saw some beer foam that actually has a bit of the orange underneath it. And it's definitely an orange. By the way, beer is orange. I had to actually look up a color for the Painted Hero Tavern thing. I had to actually look up what the PMS color of beer is. Oh, I would. My cough is not bad unless I friggin'. The only time that's really been set off is when I've taken a shot on here. I haven't taken any shots tonight. Thank you, people, for not doing that to me. No, I don't drink beer. I don't like beer. Beer is just, nasty to me. I want an off-white to start with, so I'm going to go with my favorite, my bone white. You know, we should have, that's true, we should have, like, alcohol tomorrow night for the game, right? This, by the way, Trombone Repairman is the GM of Cred, my Thursday night Twitch game. He's been doing an excellent job of tormenting us all. Guinness isn't a beer, it's a meal. That's fair. My husband will drink it. My husband actually likes Guinness. He likes beer. I don't. I know. Unfortunately, what I really should have is a whiskey to take shots from, but no. The only alcohol I really like to drink straight is rum. I should ask my buddy, the trombone, not the trombone repairman. Oh God, I'm talking to you. I should ask the bald GM, who was streaming earlier today, when he wakes up, how he feels. Because he had a thing where he was taking shots as a channel point reward, and he was taking a lot of them. Alright, so there's the base coat. One other thing too, when your paint dries, it oftentimes dries at a different either slightly darker or a different color. So I go back in here now and I see I want to add a little, go back on that top row, add a little more of the colors I was doing. But I'm actually fine. I'm a lot better than I was. I was coughing a lot worse 2 weeks ago. I'll look up in a minute. There we go. The peanut butter whiskey? I'm not even really a fan of peanut butter. But I did not realize there's peanut butter. I know there's like, I think one of the ones I thought was good was like the flavors of, Chris, who wants vodka right now? But like there were all these flavored vodkas like birthday cake and like really sweets, and I'm like, those actually sound pretty good. Actually, I think I see another beer bubble there. That was the stuff I wanted to try, but I could probably drink those. But reality, I'm not a drinker. In case anyone couldn't tell, I said if you thought I had coughing bad now, you should have seen me the other night when I ended up taking 2 shots and the second one almost did me in. All right, so what do I want for a beer? I want to wash the bubbles. I'm gonna make one. Oh, one other thing, A-Well Palette's good. If you're making washes or using washes or shades and you need to pour them out on something. I will pull out my Well palette. So, looking at the beer color that I've got there, I probably want to start with like a Palomino Gold and add a hint more red to it. I'm looking at, let's see. Let me try this. If I can get up. I'm actually thinking of doing it in one of the wells here. I think this paint needs to be shaken. See, this is me being a vortex mixer. And actually I'm gonna wipe. I still haven't got it on here. Well, I tried. Okay. That's way too thin. Alright, now let's see if this is any better. Alright, that's a little better. I'm going to take some Palomino Gold and I'm going to add a bunch. Because this needs to be, I may have to even add more. This, oh, there it is. Then take my big cheapy brush that I can destroy. Ooh, there's a nice beer looking color. Now I want to add, I'm just going to add water to it. Because I want it super thin. This is I'm making a wash. I think that's going to be pretty good. We'll see how it really beads up there. All right. I'm going to try that new brush again. Because it's got some nice body on this brush. Ooh, this is working out well. Now the thing is that when you make a pigment wash or shade like this, which is basically you take paint, actual paint, and you thin it down, it tends to tint everything. When you use a shade that's actually made of ink, so okay, one of the Games Workshop ones or any of the ones that are listed as shades, it tends to just stay in the cracks more. I like this though. This is a good color. Oh, a little more there. Okay. I'm going to go back over it with a bit of my bone white. To bring back out some of those higher spots. Because I still want my foam to be more or less white. And for good measure, after I do that step, I'm going to go to pure white and I'm going to highlight it all. But I really dig that color. I'm happy with the way that came out. Alright, so let me take a little pure white. Oh, I want to remind people, of course, tonight is a double header night. It's a mini double header with Gareth. We always go and rate him at the end of the stream, and he starts at 10:30 Eastern. So that means, let's see, it's 9:40. I don't want to finish this off stream. QQ. He should actually pop on too. Usually he does. He's got kids and such, so usually he's busy before dealing with them. Paint fat, I know. I'm the worst. So I mentioned that my other person that I tend to raid into, and they do it on Saturdays for a Saturday double feature. Roy the Ball GM, he was streaming earlier today because he's in Europe. And he basically did this guy in a freaking hour. Oh, jeez. And pretty much drunk, probably, because he had about 6 shots. Because I said he had a channel point. Every time somebody hit the hydrate button, he would take a shot. Every time. And he had, like, one for take a shot. And I'm like, why in the heck would you do that to yourself? So you do the hydrate button to hydrate in between the shots. All right. So. Shut up, Kyle. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that carbon gray, which is the first color I did on the... Actually, no, I lied. I'm going to take pure black. Get good. I think I'm pretty good. Listen, I think I have gotten good. I haven't gotten exceptional, though. Hopefully I have a very healthy sense of where I am in the painting world. Good enough to do commissions, but I'm not what I would say call I'm not a gold medal of a painter. But I am good enough to show beginners and such what they, how to make their stuff better. I hope people are getting something out of this if you're a painter. So I'm going to start with black. No, my mistake was I went with non-metal metallics on the piece that I'm trying to... I seem to do that a lot. Non-metal metallics they take longer. Even this pot's gonna kind of be like a bit non-metal metallic because it's actually going to be an iron pot. Well, I could take and mix black with a metallic like a silver, and that would work. I'm doing it non-metal metallic wise, so I did get the beer mug done, though. I know I'm yanking them off screen here. Just so I can see a little better. Right in there. So, Kyle, you're going to kill us all tomorrow? Skill challenge tomorrow. I'm not convinced that it isn't going to devolve into a fight somewhere. I still feel like that we're going to have enough things around us that it could absolutely devolve into a fight somewhere along the line, but I'm very excited to see your skill challenge. So now I'm going to take some of that carbon gray, which is the base coat I did on the... Oh, actually, speaking of which, I think I didn't get that color right there. So I'm seeing my light is coming front and back. So now I'm gonna I'm gonna sort of take my camera light because it's actually making a spot. Possibly to do with the heist scenario with some works. Lots of influence on the TTRP. Cool. Very cool. I said I'm excited. This is one of the nice things is you really have it may be a pre-written scenario or published scenario, but I really like the fact that you have included so much. You've included our backstories and you've woven them in there pretty seamlessly. And I think that's just really cool. And I don't think everybody can do it. I think it's not an easy thing to do. So I definitely appreciate it. Which reminds me, I wonder if do we have a long rest in between what were the heist and where we're at now? Because what was the last heist? I'm trying to remember which heist it was. Was it one of the games I was in? Was it the train? That's a heist. I remember that. Or there was the Grinch one, which you had the big, huge skill challenge, which I thought went a little long. But otherwise, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was still pretty good. Alright, I'm going to take and blend. Alright, we're going to make a glaze. It's the train heist. How would I ever forget that? We blew ourselves. No, wait. I blew us all up. Right? Or was I just in the wrong... Wait, I didn't... Did I blow us up? I'm trying to remember if I actually was the one who blew us up. Or if I just was in the wrong place. I think I blew us up. It was a while ago and I'm going senile here. Alright, there you go. I remember it was fun. I remember I killed Frank. That was like the best part of the whole thing. Was that I killed Frank. I killed myself. Let's hope that doesn't happen tomorrow night. Then again, we are blowing things up on purpose. Going just a tiny bit lighter here. Yes, I did. And it was technically not a heist, but an arson trip. So still possibly of blowing us. It is. It's absolutely. We could blow ourselves up again. As I say, Cal, it's alright. At least this time on the podcast I was on, and I'll be back on once the campaign rolls around. At least I only managed to kill myself. I didn't blow up everybody else. There was potential there. So I'm trying to keep it a little lighter on the top of the rim. Except for where it goes underneath them. But I want to keep it fairly flat because it's not a super shiny thing. It's just, you know, if you think about cast iron, it's not super shiny. So I'm not going for... I don't want to go like white like I did there. I do want my little legs of the pot to stand out a bit. Okay. Gold, gold, gold. Hey, Leah. Hey, at least to make sure you stay alive. No, he wants me to stay alive. By the way, I cannot wait to see how that shakes out. That, you have no, I don't know if you have any idea that when Bran was having that whole conversation with the Deep Ones, and it got to, he needs to bring my character, Anja, to them. You have no idea how I'm like sitting there, like, I'm like getting warm, like the hair on the back of my neck is just popping up. I love it. I think, well, the thing was, they promised him information about the ghouls, like, to help him wipe them all out if he brought me in. So, that sort of trumps everything. So, as far as I know, yeah, I think he does. I love it, though. I love what you did to him. That was amazing. But I'm all excited. This campaign, it has just huge potential to be definitely in the top 5 campaigns I've ever played, and that's saying something. I've played in a lot of campaigns. All right, so curious about something here. Triads. What is in their goal? I know I'm looking at a monitor and the paints are not exactly the same, but at least I get an idea of what their gold triad. So I think Palomino gold is pretty good. And of course I have the non-metal metallic gold highlight. It's the gold shadow that's the toughie. Actually, I think I'm going to pick chocolate bar. I know I did the gold on the buckles and stuff. I did it with Rudy leather. But this is the money. I'm going to do it a little differently. DJ has been graciously open with me messing with his backstory. That being said, he did leave all... I think I don't know. Do you think I left a lot of holes to fill? By the way, I will purposefully do that in a backstory. I will leave holes to fill for the GM. I like mysteries. I like not knowing things. That's why there's a lot of, that's why there was a lot of, well, she knows this, but she knows she was part of a cult. She doesn't know much in the details of that cult. She doesn't know what they want with her. She knows she has these dreams. So I'm going to paint this whole thing chocolate brown. There we go. So how much I finish here tonight. If I don't finish, I'm finishing it. I have to finish it off stream. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, after all. So, regardless of what I do here, I'm going to have most of it done, though. Or at least you'll have an idea. All I have to do after this is the base. And you've actually all seen what I plan on doing for the base. I want to do one of my floors. My wooden floors. Like I've been doing on the Critical Role guys. But the shadow color of gold is brown. DJ has a mother and a step family. Who's his daddy? I don't know. Did he not list that? Who's your daddy? Of course, the funny thing with parents or any relatives is you can totally fuck with that. That must be boring. Everyone's leaving. Of course, it's the night before St. Patrick's Day. Everyone's probably busy with stuff. Okay. A little Palomino gold. But it said, I love it when you drop by Trombone so we can discuss game stuff. Oh. And you did, wait, what? What did you do? I'm going C now, keep that in mind. I'm actually writing the intro for tonight because I forget to do it. Oh, I was gonna say is if we ever do we ever rest before we we're gonna sleep before we actually do the mission, right? We're on the verge of a long rest, aren't we, or are we? Because I know it was during the day when we returned. Which means it's been a while since I think Anj has had a dream. I'm aware. Well, you're the GM, it makes sense. Maybe they don't want her back. Wouldn't that suck? She just stops dreaming. They're all hunting for her, and then they find her. She's like, I'm sorry, I have no more dreams. What the hell do you want me for? That'd be funny. I don't think that would happen, and that wouldn't be really any fun, but...
Moist.
It's a Gareth! Yo! We're talking about the game that I'm in on Thursday nights, because the GM is here. Mr. Trombone Repairman. How are you tonight? Yeah, I was going to say, I mentioned earlier I thought it's because the kiddos were keeping you busy tonight. So how are you, Gareth? I'm just doing some lovely non-metal metallic gold. It's a good night. Mine too, like the Irish whiskey helped. It's a good night. I got my new cord in. Oh, good. See, it was the cord. That was a lucky guess. I said, because I think it's the cord. Good, good. I'm glad it was just the cord and not the phone. I was like, I'm glad. Hey, you know what? Oh yeah, that's right. And somebody had you had an extra, or somebody brought you an extra one, right? And that's how you could finish the stream. By the way, did not have to restart my stream tonight or kick my internet. So there was that. Cause like the last, actually no, I think what the hell was the last day stream? Monday. I'm trying to remember if Monday went all right. I know Saturday didn't go well. Well, no, wait. What day? This is Wednesday. So I have Monday. I had Saturday. I'm trying to remember now when it all went bad. Oh, it was last week. This week it's been running all right. You unplugged the extender. It was just that I had the cord showing. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? No one's going to care. It's fine. So what are you painting tonight? I don't remember. I'm going C now. What can I say? No one's made me take a shot, so that's a good thing. I'm like kind of nervous now. I am wearing green. Hero quit. Oh, that's right. That's what you were doing. That's right. You were doing like the sword rack, which was really cool. Oh, come on. I'm using my new wet palette tonight, the Game Envy one, which I like it. I really like it. And I'm not far from finishing. Actually, this is going much faster than I thought it would in terms of this non-metal metallic gold. Because you gotta paint every stupid single piece of gold that's on the surface. So what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day? Anything good? That's 8 times it said that. I'm senile. Yeah, I know. Because I'm senile. I don't remember all the times I said it. I'll be the first to admit it. That looks pretty good. I also get different people coming across my stream, so if you've been here for a bit, anything that's repetitive will not be repetitive then. I'm going to my parents with the kids for some corned beef, and oh, that sounds great. I'm going to have... So, hubby's cooking a pot roast. And we put it in the crock pot. I don't know when, tonight, I guess. And he's going to cook it all night, and we'll have it tomorrow at dinner. It'll be amazing. And then I'll be playing a Murder Hobo Inc. with Trombone Repairman. Alright, let's see if I can... I want to hit this with a little bit of white. To give it some shine. how are we gonna get done on time tomorrow? Because, you know, Critical Role's having their special 7th anniversary. Well, regardless what time I get off, I'm going to be watching it. Watching it and painting. I'm going to be painting after this, too. I still have dreadnoughts to paint. Although I'm finally starting to get to the end. That looks... Ugh. I think that looks pretty good. Great, so I might actually get this done. Hooray. So as you can see, I use pretzel rocks, and they have Irish music, which made me really happy. All right, so where is my wood grain? Wood stain brown. Hope that the heist is done in 1.5 hours. So tomorrow is great. If not, I have more planned. Oh, good. Well, I said I look forward to it. We need to revolt against this, against what happened. Although, if we do get, oh god, it's no, you know, it's like a lot at stake here. If we get nabbed, we're gonna be dead. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're just gonna be right to the gallows. I love it. That's the other thing is too. I love the fact we're wanted. Come on, it's no fun unless somebody's hunting me down. Hence why I'm so excited about this other subplot where... Also, the fact you mentioned Mother. Mother's in town. That excites me too. At least I think so. You know what? With my mug up on a wanted poster where I'm quite sure she knows I'm in town. Alright, I'm going to take him off the base. Although I think Matt Mercer stole from us. He named his monster Mother. The mother of all the shade creepers. We had it first. Lots of culture term Mother. Well, I don't... No, I'm not... No. It actually makes a lot of sense for what this thing is. She essentially is a mother. Her whole goal is she just wants a family. I guess in matter of speaking, you're right. That is a cult, too. I'm like totally off screen. Okay, there we go. Gonna have him sit back up in there. Driftwood brown. So there's just, oh my god, I just realized there's just 9 more days in the Baba Yaga challenge. I guess I better finish that at some point. So I'm going to paint some texture. Of like a wood grain. Ah, god damn it. So all I'm doing is basically putting little lines. And going back to my base color here because underneath I got a little too much of the light color. Maybe I'll leave it like that. Usually I hit it with the brown wash. That's not bad the way it is. Wow! I've got 15 minutes left. What am I going to do with myself? And the 4 of you, or 3 because Gareth is going to disappear. He is done. I'm actually surprised. I'm going to look over him and see if there's anything I need to touch up or whatever. But I think he's good. It looks like there's a little... Actually, I'm going to do one thing. There's a little, raised spot right there. There's like a rivet. No, there's a few rivets, but there isn't a lot of rivets. I don't know if I want to go that white though. It isn't exactly in light, so I'm gonna, there we go. nose is bugging me. And do a little edge lining around the edge of the floor. Because why not? I keep going off the thing here. Alright, so what am I going to do next time? He is finished. Check him out. Wait a second. And actually, my camera looks like the color's pretty good tonight. Thanks, Dwayne. Ugh. I really really like the figure. I love the sculpt. He's adorable. And it really, when I get a mini I really like, I think I try to put a little extra. I always try to do well, but the ones I really like and have fun with, I think you can tell. So what am I going to work on next? So what I'm working on next is I'm going back to Critical Role minis. Happy 7th birthday to them. Their 7th anniversary shows tomorrow. That's when I think I'm going to post the pictures of Keyleth. My finished beauty shots of the druid from campaign 1. Speaking of other things I've done, I did do a little work on the Bride of Frankenstein. Although look at her, I'm thinking I didn't seal her up, but I may not because I'm afraid that might screw up the back of her. Let's get her up here. So I added some hot glue to sort of make a little electrical, not really sure, but it looks okay. But I made a little electrical effect, something, an arc going between the two Tesla coils. Thanks. It was interesting using hot glue, and I'm afraid to seal it though because aerosols, I don't want to paint it. Aerosols can really screw with certain materials. I don't know if I'll do it to the glue, but I'm almost afraid that I'm going to mess it up. And that'll just disintegrate it. So I might just leave it. But really happy with the way it came out. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun painting that base too. Painting the blue on the base where I have a little bit of subtle electrical effects in there too. So that's like the stuff I've been working on. And then, of course, is Baba Yaga for the Baba Yaga challenge. You know what, Garrus? Why didn't you do a Baba Yaga? You may be sad. I'm kidding. You have like a zillion things to do. All I really have left to do on her is the broom. I actually put a wash on it to try to figure out, because the ball GM seems to think there's runes on the broom, and I keep looking, and now I think I see what he's talking about. But man, they're small, so I don't know. But basically with her, it's the broom and the base, and I've got 9 days to finish her up. And maybe I will repaint these two things there as carrots. Everyone seems to think they're carrots. I suppose they could be parsnips, someone said that too. Talked to a friend of mine who knows a lot about Baba Yaga. knows his tails, and he's like, yeah, it actually could be. And it probably is. Carrots or parsnips, root vegetables are actually very important uh, to the people that basically wrote the stories about her. She's got purple earrings. I'm really happy with the way she's coming out, though. She was a fun. Plus, she's got a chicken. She can make chicken soup. I mean, she's got with carrots and a chicken. She's all set for chicken soup. And then you got the wood. She can build fire. Would you take chicken soup from this lady? I know, now I'm spitballing time because I finished Finn. So, go put him down, and I'm going to just relax till you start streaming, Gareth, and no rush. I will definitely be joining you tonight. It'd be interesting to see. I love terrain, by the way, so the fact you're painting Hero Quest terrain, that makes me happy. You know what? No one did it. I'm going to do it because it's the night before St. Patrick's Day. I'm taking a shot. I got to see if last night of time was an abomination or for some reason I now have no tolerance to alcohol, which doesn't make a lot of sense. No blowing channel points. If you do it, this counts as... This is your reward. Also, one shot didn't completely kill me. It was 2 shots that did me in. Yeah! Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. And the boob shot glass. I do. I definitely chug it. Although it's a little short, but that's okay. God damn it. Although having a Coke chaser, it tastes so good. I love rum. I love rum and Coke. It was a very interesting night the other night when I got done. I'm sorry, Gareth. I was busting your chops because I blamed you for getting me when I was so happy the other night. Yeah, I have cough and cough. Well, blame my friggin' father, who smoked when I grew up. Secondhand smoke is not really good for you, especially when your lungs are forming and growing. No, it's fine. I just want to make sure the stuff I wrote in Discord, I was just said, anytime I do that sort of thing, I'm just busting your chops. That's all right. I'm not mad. But boy, I'll tell you what, leaving this room, getting up and trying to walk into my bedroom, that was a very interesting experience the other night. My hubby said, hey, you should go downstairs and you really should have a glass of water. And I know he's right because Mr. I never get a hangover, rarely get a hangover. The reason why he does, because he'll always do like a glass of water after he drinks something. So he never gets dehydrated. And it totally works. But I walked in my room and he goes, you should go get a glass of water. And getting a glass of water requires me to go down my stairs. And they're kind of steep. And they're wood. So if you're in your socks, it can be kind of a tricky proposition. And I friggin' almost stumbled going out of the room. And he goes, no, maybe I'll get you that drink of water. I'm like, that's probably a great idea. Because I probably would have fallen down the stairs. Alright, so. Yep, and I'll see you on the other side, sir. And I'll do my final blah, blah, blah. As for what I'm up to this week. Okay, so Lord, what is this? It's holy crap, it's Wednesday. Okay, so tomorrow night I'm gonna be on as with Trombone Repairman, because he's our GM. I'm gonna be on M Hobo Wink on Twitch at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, where we play our cred. Okay, Cthulhu Rises, everyone dies. Hopefully not us. Tomorrow night we're gonna do a heisty sort of thing, where we're fucking with the government, I guess you could say. We're basically trying to get a bunch of refugees out of town. You know, this sort of is kind of relevant. Who would have known 2 weeks ago, per se, that... But anyways. But yeah, we're basically helping sneak people out of town. And then Saturday, I'll be back here at 12:30 Eastern Time, PM, afternoon, to do... I'm going to start painting Grog from Critical Role. He's all primed and ready to go. And then after that, it'll be my normal Monday stream at 7 o'clock. So I hope I see people there. I can't wait for Saturday. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Saturdays usually are fun. And I can't wait for tomorrow night because I love playing cred. So it's going to be you and whoever... It's just going to be me and whoever the two of you are. Raid and Gareth. As soon as he comes on. And then I'll be doing some painting here. I'll probably be working on dreadnoughts. Fun, fun, fun. And I wonder if I've got the wrong earpiece in the wrong ear. Oh, I do. That's why it keeps falling out. You have a great night. Thank you, Dwayne, for hanging out. Actually, you said if you stay, we get to go see Gareth. And he's another really good mini painter. And I'll tell you what, you should actually hang out. I'll be on there. You should hang out and watch him because, hey, he's a good painter and he's entertaining. So, I don't remember if you were with me on Monday night when I went over. You might have been. But thank you again. And by the way, let me know what you're painting. I mean, I said, Dwayne, I'd love to see it. So, make sure you get pics and post it up on Discord. It said, right now I'm just waiting for Gareth to come on. So I can get to work. Yeah, he has not started. He's not going on because I do not have a warning on my phone. Which will probably come up before it comes up on here. As I catch my phone. Because I'm on all these Discords, I get 9 million notifications. So, also looking, we're supposed to play, I have a game on Fridays, and it may be a little up in the air. Alright, come on, Gareth. Have any questions? Also, I gotta say thanks, Pretzel, for putting up an Irish music station just in time for St. Patrick's Day while I'm painting my little guy here. And I'm so thrilled with the way it came out. Hey, Dwayne, if you don't mind me asking, where are you, without being too specific, where are you from? You aren't from around here, right? Which would be the great state of Massachusetts. Where are you at? Might as well chit chat while I've got you here. And I did get your friend request, so I accepted. It's weird. It's weird to be done. God, it's so weird to be done. That's it. And feel free, you don't have to tell me where you're from either, but just curious. Apparently the Bruins lost tonight. Boo. Gotta take him off the base. There he is. Okay. Time to go raiding. Have a lovely night, people. And let's see. I don't know if I could just hit the watch. I think I have to actually type it in. You get extra channel points by raiding, actually. Because I have to wait my 7 seconds or whatever, 10 seconds. So have a great night. And I just want to say, as always, happy painting!
Alright, here comes Muse. Thank you for the raid. Go add, yes. Nice to have you swing by. I'm gonna work on some lines first. I'll wait till, because I know Crit Monkey and company was gonna swing by too, so I'll wait for that for the fire effect. So I'm gonna work on the vines on the door right now. So right now I'm gonna use this Auric Flesh. Oh wait, no, I said I was gonna use Deathworld Forest. Yep. Oh, I know. Well, hello, Crit Monkey Studios and company. Hey, thank you for the subscription. Always appreciate it. Hello, Sawdust Dragon. Alright, so, now that everyone else is here. Sorry. Just still got a little bit left. So, on our fireplace effect, we're going to be using this Yandan Yellow.
I don't think I need this.
Over all of the flames to, tie it up a little bit. Hey, Regina. Hello, Dr. Irrefutable. So let's just start this right. Like a good awkward stare to start off the stream. I knew that's what you meant, Regina. This brush. So again, have the new cord, but let me know if the feed cuts out at all. But so far it's been good with all of my testing.
Okay. That wood palette is awesome.
All of the fire effect.
The only thing I noticed was that the...
I'm not going to go too heavy-handed.
I also used the wood palette tonight too because I made it wash. That is fucking amazing. And I had a shot and it was fine. Nothing.
Hey, thank you for the bits, Sawdust. Get a little bit back on the wall behind everything.
Oh shit.